Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new live stream on my channel. Hope you're all having a beautiful, is it Thursday or Friday? Friday. Before I start, can you guys just clarify that my mic and everything is okay before I start waffling away? I do this all the time, and then 15 minutes within the live stream, I realize that my mic is buggy, and then I have to start all over again. Can someone just clarify that my mic is okay, please? Mike's okay. Thank you very much, Hassan. I appreciate that, buddy. Joby, my friend, very good to see you. SY, good to see you. B, my friend, very good to see you. Buzz, super, my friend, good to see you as well. Super, very good chart analysis in my group. If you guys need the charts in the group, super will do them for you. Now, Bitcoin is currently at 107,000, almost, give or less, like $30 off. It was just up there, 30 seconds ago. It's come back down slightly. Ethereum is kind of going back up, and one of the main reasons Ethereum's going back up is because they've just made a new announcement that they are going to be focusing on 10,000 TPS. So they're going to increase their TPS. I think the post just come out recently. I don't think I have it on here, but it's definitely on Twitter. I just seen it earlier. So they're going to be increasing their TPS to 10,000, and they're also going to be burning, every single year they're going to be burning approximately 700k Ethereum, which is quite a lot. That's a lot of Ethereum being burnt, and that could bring some life back to Ethereum. And another very bullish aspect is Donald Trump, his biggest holding is in Ethereum. He holds over 200 million in Ethereum. Now, there's a lot of people saying, Ethereum is dead, blah, 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 blah. You have to do what the elites are doing. The president of the United States is accumulating Ethereum nonstop. He bought, I think, 10 million yesterday, 11 million yesterday. He bought another 10 million today. He's accumulating and he's staking his Ethereum, which is very, very bullish. And even the ETFs are now starting to accumulate Ethereum, because I think one of the main reasons is, where is it gone? Let me see. There's quite a lot of bullish news to go through. I will talk about the Bank of Japan as well very soon. I think that was, that one kind of scared me at one point yesterday, and it was only because, we had the inflation numbers coming in at 11:30. Let's just go over the Bank of Japan first before I go over the bullish stuff. I feel like there's a lot of bullish news in the market right now, but the market's not really moving, and this always happens when they keeping the price suppressed. They always do this. Freestyle. Okay, so this is basically what kind of scared me yesterday. So, Japan's inflation year over year came in, previous was 2.9, forecast was 3.2, and the actual number came in as 3.6. Now, for those of you guys that don't understand why the Bank of Japan is raising the interest rates, well, number one, because they're having a wage inflation crisis, in their country. That's one of the major reasons why the inflation is shooting up, because of wage growth. So for that reason, they have to raise interest rates. They don't have a choice. The market more or less priced in 90% that they were going to raise rates. Hence why we didn't dump. Now, if they raised more than 25 basis points, then the market would have had a massive crash. You could have experienced something like an August crash. And this scared me for a second, because, one of the main reasons they're raising is because of the inflation, and because forecast was 3.2 and it came in well above 3.2. It scared me, but what kind of saved it was core inflation came in as expected. So the core inflation was forecasted to come in at 3%, and that's what it came in as, which is why they only raised by 25 basis points. And now the interest rate is 0.5. So, this is more or less priced in, because, like I said, 90% of the markets have already predicted that the Bank of Japan was already raising rates, meaning they already probably started selling the, stocks, Bitcoin, whatever, way in advance, because they already priced it in. Now, we could see a little slight dump on Monday, maybe. It's not even guaranteed, but it could happen, right? So the Bank of Japan now, over the next, I think the next meeting is in March. So we got February. February is normally a bullish month for the entire crypto space. So if we do see, the market heading back up in March, if the inflation hopefully comes back down or stays level, they're not going to raise rates. And if they don't raise rates and they keep it the same, we are going to continue to pump into Q2 and obviously Q1 as well. So that's something to keep an eye out. And we've got inflation numbers coming in next week. We've got a FOMC on the 30th or the 29th, I think. We're going to find out if the Fed is going to, cut rates or keep it the same. Now, because inflation numbers came in, decent, core inflation actually came down, there's a chance that the Fed could potentially cut rates. Now, I don't know what the market is predicting. We can actually have a look at what the market is predicting. In 5 days, we find out the next FOMC. The market is basically predicting that the rates are going to stay the same. 99% chance that the market, the rates are going to stay exactly the same. Now, if the Fed decides to cut rates, imagine how much we're going to pump, because this 90% of the market that's expecting a no rate cut, they're going to price in one more rate cut if they do cut. But 9 times out of 10, if the whole market predicts something, it's very likely that that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, Trump did say that he is going to, more or less force the Fed, to cut rates. They said interest rates are too high. We don't know what they're going to do. The Fed is separate to the government. So realistically, Donald Trump cannot fire Powell. You can't get rid of him. That's two different entities. But he can pressure him. And one of the ways that he said he's going to bring down inflation, at the end of the day, what's stopping QE and what's stopping more rate cuts is inflation. And Donald Trump did say, obviously, everyone knows US has the biggest reserves in oil and all these other materials, etc. If they just tap in 1 to 2% of their reserves, it would bring down inflation a lot, and it will also kill the debt as well, because they don't need to be printing extra money to go and outsource oil and gas and all this stuff if they already got it in the reserves. So if they even tap in 1 to 2% of their reserves, it would bring down inflation and it would bring down the debt as well, because they can stop printing. But let's go over the bullish news now. So we are safe from the Bank of Japan. I don't expect a dump. Is already priced in. 90% already predicted they was going to raise. If they raised more than 25, the market would have most likely dumped on Monday. Just like in August, they raised at the end of July, the 30th of July, and the market dumped on like the 5th of August. So now that is 90% priced in. Back then, everyone was expecting for them to keep the raise the same, but instead they raised it, and that's what caused a massive collapse in August. This time, it came in as forecasted, which is, it's kind of behind us at the moment. Now let's go over some very bullish news that's come in. So one of the things that happened yesterday is the sub 12 has been reversed, meaning that Wall Street and banks, the Wall Street banks can now hold Bitcoin and crypto. So they can not only Bitcoin, they can buy Ethereum, they can buy Solana, all these other top coins they can accumulate now. If you guys remember when they asked Powell, can they hold Bitcoin? They said, no, we're not allowed. Now it's allowed for them to hold crypto. That's very bullish. We are getting to the stage of adoption now. And, I do think that at the moment, all this money that's coming into crypto is through institutions. Retail is still struggling to some degree. The more rate cuts we have, the more retail will obviously come in. And, if you look at the retail indicator, is literally at the all-time lows. And that's probably why our altcoins are still struggling. They're not doing anything. The altcoin market has been stuck in this region for a long time. Now, the longer we consolidate in an area, the more explosive the move is going to be. Just like we consolidated here for like 6 months, and then we had this massive rally back up. Now, I think personally, the next rally, when we move up, what's going to happen is I think there's going to be a flock of retail coming in. And as we rally, I think dominance is also going to dump back down. I think that's what's going to happen. I think the Bitcoin is going to continue to rally, but dominance is going to head back down, and we are going to have, maybe like a small alt season, maybe something like a 2023. Now, don't expect the crazy alt season that we had last cycle in the 2020s, because we had the craziest amount of printing happening in a very short period of time, and that is why a lot of these altcoins went on to do 50 to 100x like it was nothing. But don't expect the same thing this time. And the reason I say that is because institutions, they are buying mainly Bitcoin. But the best thing about mass adoption is it also brings in a flock of retail. So those retail people are obviously going to buy our altcoins. They're not going to go buy Bitcoin. They're going to come to the low caps to get more money. They're going to hear some guy made this much money on this on this low cap, whatever, and they're going to start looking lower in the market cap. That's what's going to happen as dominance goes down. You guys have to think. Although a lot of people are saying Ethereum's dead, because on his BTC pair, let's go ETH BTC, is literally at all-time lows. If you look at ETH BTC, oh shit, where is ETH BTC pair? ETH/Bitcoin. Oh, what the fuck? There you go. Ethereum, Bitcoin. Let's add that. If you go to the wristband, it's at the all-time lows. This is literally the lowest you're ever going to see Ethereum on his Bitcoin pair. Back all the way back to the 2021 levels. It's very, very likely that Ethereum, I think right now everyone thinks Ethereum is dead. And Ben Cowell says it the best. It goes, now that Ethereum and BTC has collapsed, everyone thinks it's dead. In 2023, no one would believe that it would ever drop to 0.3. And this is something that Ben Cowen, this is one of the guys this cycle that's pretty much been quite accurate with a lot of his predictions. Obviously, if you was listening to him in 2023, you would have been wrecked, because he was being a little bit too bearish in 2023, and we ended up having that massive alt rally, which obviously he didn't predict. He said we're going to continue to go down or chop or sideways, and then we had that massive explosive ETF rally. But this year, last year, he was pretty much bang on with his predictions. So in 2025, no one believed it will ever go back up. I do think ETH BTC will reverse course this year, and I think the delay is caused by ongoing QT. This is what's kind of causing Ethereum to stagger, to kind of hold that position, not go anywhere, is mainly because of QT. Every single previous cycle, Ethereum had QE. In 2017 cycle, Ethereum had QE. Last cycle, Ethereum had QE. This cycle is non-stop QT. And what QT does ultimately is people always go, when the Fed is taking stuff off their balance sheet, assets, people don't like to go to, riskier assets. They like to go to the king, which is Bitcoin. That's why dominance is still so high. People like to go to Bitcoin. They're not going to go to Ethereum, because if Bitcoin goes down 5%, Ethereum's going to go down 10%. That's the thing. And Bitcoin has been outperforming Ethereum by a mile. And that's one of the reasons everyone goes to Bitcoin during uncertainty times, or they go to gold. Gold obviously has broken out as well. When there's a little bit of uncertainty in the market, people always go to gold. The old people, the TradFi people, they always go to gold. Gold is like what all they know. But yeah, there's a lot of bullish news coming in. US secretaries, regulators now allow Wall Street banks to hold crypto. We know this already. Ethereum, BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF surpasses 1 billion the first 2 hours trading day, which is massive. They are accumulating. President Trump signs executive orders to create national digital asset stockpile. Now, keep this in mind. It says national digital assets. So it's not just Bitcoin. There's going to be other assets. And obviously, the amount of Ethereum he holds, there's no doubt that Ethereum is also going to be in that stockpile. There's no doubt. His biggest holding, is Ethereum. He has half of his net worth in crypto. So he is betting a lot of his money in crypto. And, I can see Trump really pushing crypto this year, potentially in the future, for the next 4 years, you could say. Morgan Stanley Bank CEO says bank is working with regulators to offer crypto transactions. Very massive. He has also banned CBDCs, and as soon as he announced this, one of the coins that are more or less made for CBDCs is XRP. XRP dumped on that news. It kind of recovered back up slightly, but it did dump on that news. As soon as it says CBDCs are banned, XRP took a little hit. And what else is there? Oh yeah, Trump has also said that US will be the world capital of AI and crypto. I think they invested 600 billion in the AI infrastructure, which is massive. They're going to be the world. Well, they're going to compete with China at least to be the global AI superpower. So AI is going to be a narrative, a massive narrative this cycle, and that's why we hold majority of our portfolios in AI, because AI is the future and is only going to grow. Eventually, it will obviously burst. Everything's a bubble. AI is a bubble. It will eventually burst. I don't think it will happen anytime soon, but it will at some point. Let's go over the comments now for a bit. Boys, smash the like button. Let's get to at least 150 likes. I've noticed the likes have been dropping lately. You guys are lacking, bro. Yeah, it's good to see you, my friend. Peter, good to see you as well. Julian, good to see you, buddy. Hustle, good to see you. Hard to buy alt when nobody's selling. Yeah, nobody wants to sell alt past this point. And if you got conviction, and when you hear Donald Trump talking about AI this, AI that, global, and alt is based in the US. For those of you guys that don't know, they have the CEO is I think he's a professor in Harvard University or one of the top universities. I don't know which one it is, but they have a few US patents as well. So it's not just all talk. The CEO has, I think, like over 200 patents worldwide, and their node collection just continues to grow. This is almost at 70K now. This was 63K last time I looked at it. 69K now. It is getting adopted by miners, which is what we want to do. But all is, they have US patents, so they are, yeah. So they got patent proof of honesty. This is obviously given them by the US, which is quite good. They have a headquarter in US as well, and the CEO is obviously from the US. So, if you hold all in the US, it's going to be good for you because realistically, you don't have to pay taxes on them. It's going to be good. Jamie, good to see you as well, brother. Trust, good to see you in crypto. Good to see you, brother. Carlos, Steve, good to see everyone. Fizz, good to see you, my friend. Any thoughts on tech term performance, especially poor lately? I think tech term has been performing shit for the past 6 months now, to be honest with you. And they keep doing stupid shit. Like today, they made some random post, and I was so confused. Look, if you guys don't have any conviction, just get rid of it, bro. Honestly, I'm holding it because I don't really. Most of us don't really have a choice now, do we? I've been holding this shit for such a long time and selling it at the lows. I don't like selling stuff at the lows. I would rather just ride it out personally, bro. Like I would rather just ride it out. Most of the layer ones at the moment, they have gone to shits. I can give you guys quite a few examples. SMH, if you look at the chart, looks exactly like the tech term chart realistically, bro. It looks terrible. This is another layer one. What's another layer one? Maybe like space or some shit. If that's still around, I don't know if that got rug pulled. Is this one space chain? It's not this one. I don't think it is this one. What was that space project? I think that might have rug pulled, but a lot of the layer ones, if you can go to the category and type in layer ones, they just haven't been performing lately. A majority of layer ones. Layer ones. Just look at the layer one category. They just have not been performing. Aptos down 11% the last 7 days. ICP down, and these are the big layer ones. Algorand down 12%. Casper 10. Filecoin. Tau is down 19, 20%. Celestia down 11%. If you compare it to most layer ones, This is just how they've been performing. Sonic, previously Phantom, 28.1. And the reason for this is, C down 15%. Most of the layer ones have not been performing. They're all in red. So you cannot expect Tectum to do any better than any of these. Now, obviously, Tectum's a lot lower cap, so it's going to be way more volatile than some of these higher cap ones. These are obviously in the 400-500 millions, in the billions, some of them. But overall, if you look at the entire layer one narrative, they're all just being shit in the bed. Even Peak is shit in the bed. All of them. The whole sector is just dead. And one of the main reasons is because everyone's more or less focused on AI or meme coins now. Because Trump released his meme coin, it kind of started a new wave of meme coin narrative again. And when the other shit is not going anywhere, the same thing happens. People just move their money elsewhere. And when the altcoin's not performing, they just go elsewhere. That's what happens all the time. Everyone fights for liquidity in the markets, and the liquidity right now is in AI and meme coins. All of these are down. But look at the low caps; they're down way more. When you go up, there's Tectum over here down 23%. That's down. Root is down 20%. Octaspace is down 22%. And eventually the money will rotate a lot with these layer ones. Trias is down 27. A lot of majority of the layer ones have not been performing. So that is one contribution. Another contribution to Tectum is the lack of marketing from the team. Now, obviously, you shouldn't market when no one cares about you, but at the same time, you shouldn't also be making stupid comments on your AMAs. Tectum had a lot of momentum built up when they announced the UAE government partnership, and then they just came out and said some retarded shit because he doesn't know how to speak English, he doesn't know how to word it properly. He said we're launching a second coin, but what he meant to say was we are making a token. Well, on Tectum, we're building an app on Tectum, which is what a lot of layer ones do to influence other projects to build on them. So instead of saying that, he just came out and said, yes, we're launching a second token. So anyone that's holding a token realizes when any project launches a second token, is 9 times out of 10 is always bearish. So that's the kind of stupidity that these guys do. And recently, one of the team members have left, which was the product guy, Omar, whatever his name was. He left because he said, I spoke to him directly. He said, a lot of our opinions are not heard. And it is, and I think that the Russian guy is because he's a CEO, he's the one that made the project, he had the idea. I think his idea is stay above everyone else's, so he doesn't kind of want to hear all these other people. It's either his way or no way, and that kind of obviously pushes people away from the project. And you can imagine, he holds some tokens, so when he gets the chance to sell them, he probably is selling them. That's what's happening with the project. Now, one of the main contribution is layer ones are dead. In overall, the layer one narrative is more or less dead. All of the projects have not been performing well. So, I do think Tectum could have been held up a little bit better, maybe around the 4-5 region, maybe 5-6 cents, $6, sorry. And people would have not been complaining as much, but because they're making stupid comments on the AMAs and all these other stuff, it's contributed to a further drop, apart from the already layer one dead narrative. If that makes sense to you, Steve. G-Man, good to see you, my brother. Zero, my friend, good to see you as well, bro. Good to see you. I already spoke about the BOJ. Shubi, good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Jobin, good to see you as well. Red Hole, good to see you. What do I think about 01 Labs token unlock in March? Okay, so overall, DEAI is not a bad project overall, right? But what happened to this project was obviously clear FUD. And it wasn't just FUD. The team had connections of previous rugs. And when you're in crypto, when you hear the team has rugged, because you have so much other options. You go to those options. You're not going to stay in a project where the team has rugged, because he could just rug again and you lose your money. Whereas you can go to another project that does similar stuff to what 01 Labs does, and the team has had a good past. They don't have no dodgy past. You're going to move your money there. And that's exactly what's happened with 01 Labs. Now, they did get some bullish partnerships with like NVIDIA incentive program, which is quite massive. But other than that, you know, I do think when AI picks up again, you know, I'm talking about the AI. At the moment, the only thing that's pumping is the AI agents. And even those have taken a massive hit. If you look at virtuals, virtual moves more or less like a fucking low cap. Just look how virtual moves. It moves. Look how aggressive these moves up and downs are. This is moving like a low cap at the moment. And one of the main reasons is because it got pushed up aggressively by retail. When the market flipped bearish, all those retail guys sold, and then it recovered, and now we're just consolidating, potentially going to start moving up at some point. Now, but DEAI is not a bad project. And I haven't looked into the token unlocks and how it's going to work, because at the moment it's looking like it's 100% in circulation. So I don't really know how it's going to work. I don't know if they're going to add more tokens in. The fully diluted is also going to increase. I have not looked into it. So I can't really give you a clear answer, my friend. I noticed AI tech time all down from all-time highs made me calm down. This is normal. Yeah, it is. It is quite normal, my friend. I mean, let's look at virtuals, for example, right? Virtuals, where's my let's come over here. Let's add virtuals here, right? Virtuals, you know, at the moment, the hottest AI narrative, you could say, the hottest thing in AI. Let's see how much virtual is down from the all-time highs, and it will come. You guys will understand that from the very all-time highs to this much, and this is virtuals, right? So let's say at the bottom wick, virtual is down almost 60%, and this is a high cap. And obviously, we play with low caps. So the low caps will obviously get hit harder than the high caps. If virtual is down approximately 60% from the all-time high, give or take, what do you expect these low caps to do? Of course, they're going to dump a little bit more. That's all it is. It's pretty normal. A lot of these low caps are high. A majority of this, you know, the reason Total Free has held up wow is because of coins like Sui, XRP, Solana. Because of those coins, not because of our micro cap, low caps. No, it's majority because of those coins. But eventually, that money in the high caps will flow into our low caps. So the better they do, the better it is for us. Realistically, the more money they steal from BTC, that will eventually flow down to our low caps, and that's something that we have to take in consideration. You know, which is quite bullish. But look, it's quite normal at this moment. You know, at this moment in time, after December, because 4 rate cuts were priced in, and when there's more rate cuts, people go to altcoins because, you know, you have a little bit of looser monetary policy in that sense. You know, people can borrow more money. There's more money in there's more liquidity in the markets, so people go to low caps. However, because those 4 rate cuts got cancelled out into 1 or 2 this year, what happened was all that liquidity got sucked out of the low caps back into BTC or USDT. That's all that happened. But eventually, you know, it will turn course and it will go back to our low caps again. That's all it is. So it's not anything to be worried about. I think the majority of the low caps are down massive amounts from the all-time highs. Obviously, some hold up slightly better than others, and some obviously continue to pump, but a majority of them took a massive hit. Yeah, that's something to consider as well, bro. At least they're burning, though. At least they're burning. At the moment, they're only minting. But then again, Solana mints as well. Solana, Ethereum, both mint. DeFi listing ahead for this 28th. DeFi is quite massive. I don't know which DeFi you're talking about. There's already a DeFi project that's already out. I haven't looked into this one. Working. If the project's not out, I can't really look at it, my friend. Richard, good to see you, brother. Jason, good to see you. Southflex, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, boys, hit the likes. Everything is working in favor for altcoins upcoming weeks, ready for the pumps. I agree with you, my friend. And one of the things I like to do is, instead of listening to all the people that's waffling no alt season, I've seen a lot of people now talking about there's no alt season. Now, I agree with them in the sense where there's not going to be an alt season like 2020. I don't think we'll see that type of alt season for a very long time unless we see some massive economic collapse, and then they will start printing ridiculous amounts of money, and then we can go to those type of alt seasons. At the moment, those people that's expecting 50 to 100x on your altcoins, you have to lower your expectation, my friend. You're going to become a bag holder if you do that. Lower your expectation to 20, 10, 15, between 10 to 30x. Those are the regions you should be looking at. You should not be looking at 50 to 100x unless it's like some micro cap, something like Immunity. It's okay to put your prediction 50 to 100x because it doesn't need a lot of money sitting at 1 million market cap. That's it. So you can do those type of numbers. If you're sitting anything more than 10, 15, 20 million, you have to lower your expectation a little bit. We don't have that same amount of money. We don't have the retail coming in. We don't have looser monetary policy for us to have 50 to 100x across the board. It's not going to happen. So I agree with the people that's saying there's going to be no alt season. Now, it just sounds stupid when they say that because when alts pump, they're going to just be looking stupid, and they're gonna act like they never said anything like that again. That's what they do. If you go look at Crypto Banter, he made a video on it. No alt season. When the market was bullish in December, his title was biggest alt season ever. Blah 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 blah. These guys flip flop every day, so you can't take them serious. Banter in December. Go look at his titles in December. Biggest alt season ever, biggest bull run ever, blah 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 blah. And then when the market gets bearish, there's no alt season. That's it. It's over. They do this all the time. They flip flop. When the market gets bullish again, the title is going to go back to biggest alt season ever. So just is whatever the sentiment is, that's what they're going to do. When the sentiment gets bullish again, they are going to also become bullish because they're basically like retail with just a massive YouTube channel. That's all they are. They can't control their emotions. It's either, you kind of have to stick to one view. If you can change it, but if you change every other week, then you just look like a retard. But realistically, I have noticed quite a lot of YouTubers talking about no alt season recently, but that's not the case. You are going to have an alt season. You just, I think everyone's perception of alt season is something like 2022. I mean, 2020, 2021. Those type of alt seasons are rare. You had the most amount of money printed in 3 weeks than ever across the last 50 years. So of course you're gonna have massive 50 or 100x across the board. Now we don't have QE at the moment, but look at 2023. We had higher inflation, we had higher interest rates, and we still got a massive rally because of the ETFs. Now the exact same thing could happen, and there's more money in the markets now than it was back then. Because of the world reserve currency, the Bitcoin reserve currency, more retail will come in. And if Trump does what he says, reduce taxes, blah, 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 more and more retail will start coming in and they're going to have more money to invest, which is bullish for us. That's what we want. So we are still going to have an alt season. It just won't be in the same caliber as like 2020. That's all it is. ICE Network could be up for something. ICE Network is pretty decent, I think. I don't think it's a bad project, my friend. Oh, ICE is a pretty good project overall. I don't see anything wrong with it. Fan of GLQ? Yeah, I think GLQ is I think it's pretty good in my opinion, my friend. I think GLQ has done some good stuff and they continue to develop. And there's quite a lot of bullish sentiment around GLQ. This is one that I actually called very, very early. I made like 50x on this, but it is going to continue to do well in my opinion. Bricken or prop base if you had to pick. Now, I posted something on my Twitter. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. Let me just go on Twitter and I'll show you guys. Larry Finks is going to tokenize. And when the tokenization comes, it is going to be very bullish. Follow me on Twitter, but I only have 600 followers, which is not enough. I need to get more. But anyways, BlackRock CEO says, if we can tokenize bonds and stocks tomorrow, it will democratize investing in all ways we can't imagine. So he is going to tokenize very soon, maybe in the next couple of months, possibly. And if you have noticed, a lot of the big influencers like Alex Becker, for example, right? If you look at Alex Becker, even he's starting to talk about RWA now. House of Crypto just dropped an RWA project. I mean, an RWA tier list. Even he's talking about making RWA now. So RWA is going to be a massive narrative that a lot of YouTubers are now starting to pick up. And it's been performing very well. Majority of them, obviously, a few of them have taken a lower hit, like prop base, for example. But you guys are getting good opportunities on these. For example, prop base is down, near the July lows, more or less. But the best thing about prop base is it continues to develop. That's the only thing that matters. As long as they're developing, as long as they're updating the community and what they're doing, that's all you can ask for. The price action will catch up. If you're a short-term investor and you're playing with rent money, maybe prop base is not the play for you. Maybe you hold Bricken. It holds up a lot better than prop base. But Bricken is going to I think it will outperform Bricken. Prop base will outperform Bricken. They've just tokenized this 4-star hotel in Bangkok, and it sold out in 24 hours. 95% got sold out in 24 hours, which is very, very bullish. So if you look at prop base, it's sitting at $19 million in market cap. They're going to get more listings. If you go read their roadmap, it's quite bullish. Bricken as well. I like both of them, my friend, and just hold both if I was you. But Bricken is obviously a lot higher market cap because it hasn't really dumped much. It has not dumped at all. It's just been chilling in the same range for the last month, which is very bullish. I think eventually it will break out of the zone. It'll most likely go higher. So this is definitely something, but like I said, the difference is like 10 million market cap, which is it's still it's a big difference. This is sitting at and is basically near the all-time low. So if I had to accumulate any of them right now at the current price, I would be accumulating prop base. They continue to work. As long as your project is continuing to work, you should not get bearish on it. It's simple as that. The market conditions are not the best right now. When you have dominance as high as, damn near 59%, you cannot expect the altcoins to be performing the best. Things I agree with you. Very good to see as well, brother. Is there anything worry about Trump could do that change the landscape of crypto unfavorable for portfolio plays? Not really, bro. I mean, as long as he's accumulating Ethereum, that means Ethereum will pump at some point. He will do something with Ethereum that will cause it to pump. Now, at the moment, Ethereum is, you could say Ethereum is, the staking on Ethereum is banned in the US. So if he potentially, unlifts that ban and institutions can get yield on Ethereum, then it would bring a lot more interest in Ethereum. So that's one aspect that they could potentially do. And he is staking his Ethereum, but Ethereum offers like 5% yield a year, I think it is. If they potentially do that and institutions can earn yield on Ethereum, then it would definitely bring more interest. And I think that unban will be quite massive for it. Appreciate that, Southflex, brother. Shinobi, good to see you, my friend. Long time. How you been? Lumia is a very good RWA project, my friend. It's just too high in cap. If you call Lumia the bottom, you would have been doing very well. This Lumia. Oh, I'm looking at. I'm thinking that Chink one. Sinks X, whatever it's called. Let's have a look at this. I was thinking of the wrong project. The only full RWA chain, bridging billions of dollars of liquidity to the 10 trillion RWA sector, forming the complete RWA chain. The first connect real assets with real users, infrastructure built for 10 trillion. Okay. Have they tokenized anything, bro? Because this is just looking like yield for DeFi and RWAs, airdrops coming soon. Roadmap is Telegram mini app release, closed alpha net. Okay, yield for RWAs. Polygon Aguilera, Passport, Midden. Team is doxed as well. They got a quite massive team. They've got a decent amount of backers, to be fair. Base, Linear, BNB Chain, Binance, Coinbase. Yeah, this looks pretty good overall, to be honest. I'll have to look at I will have to look at the vesting schedule because I don't know how much the dilution is going to be, but it is quite high in cap, to be honest. But it's already listed on the top exchanges already, to be fair. Yeah, I don't really like projects that's already listed on Binance because they don't have that. There's not much for it to grow realistically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this still has a lot of room to go because it's only 70 million, excluding dilution. I don't know how much the dilution is, but overall, my friend, it doesn't look bad for like a mid cap RWA coin. I don't think it's bad at all. It's got the right backers for sure, and it's got the right narrative for RWA as well. Liquidity for RWA is obviously going to be very important. Liquidity for anything is going to be important. That's why all the liquidity, if you look at the base network and you look at CETAS, provides liquidity for the base chain, it just performed very well. Anything that provides liquidity for the main chain will always perform well. So, as long as RWA does well, Lumia will also do well, my friend. Appreciate you, my friend. Plume actually looks really good for an RWA project, to be honest, because it just looks like a good project overall. Like, I don't see anything wrong with Plume at all. RWA 5, pretty bullish, very big ecosystem, good backers. Overall, that obviously has a docs team. Like, overall, it looks pretty good. Hashkey is a good institution, Galaxy as well. So they have the right backers. And, I would say for a mid-cap RWA coin, I don't know how the dilution is. Let's just look at the dilution. We're going to have a look at it. But Plume does look very good, my friend. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with Plume at all. Okay, so 40% is for ecosystem. So this is locked up for 6 months. So it's locked up for another 117 days. And this is where most of the selling is going to come from. Early investors and core contributors, which is basically like the team. I think core contributors is basically like another word for the team. I don't know why they didn't just word it as team. However, if we just zoom out a little bit, we look at a vesting schedule, which is clearly linear. It does not look bad at all, my friend. So the team starts unlocking in August, it seems. Yes, in August. Okay. So the team starts unlocking in August, which is still a long time away. This has less than 1x dilution. I don't think is a bad play, my friend. I don't think it's a bad play. I think there's nothing fundamentally wrong with this project. For a safe mid cap in the RWA narrative, this is a solid one. Let's look at the other one, Alva. I've not heard this one. This one right here, Alvera Protocol. It's launched last year. Okay, launched in 2024. Yeah, it did last year. Had a pretty good pump. Looks like it's holding up fairly well. ERC 20 Hub Finance VDFi. Okay. So it's a DeFi project. Tokenized basket manager. Data management to BTS. Constant update, personally BTS. Construct launch. You can design your launch your own ERC basket token. Begin earning management based on total AMU. Yeah, this doesn't look that bad, my friend. So another RWA project, it seems. Is the team docs though? Because I don't like any RWA project where the team is not doxed. Core team members. 10 core team members. How do you look at them? Yeah, this doesn't have a docs team, my friend. I can't find. I think the other one's better than this one, though, for sure. Yeah, I would go with Plume over this one, my friend. I just spoke on it now. I think the fact that he has staked his ETH is a good sign. AI and RWA. Let's have a look. This just looks like one of those fucking fake pump projects, but like just put a bunch of buzzwords together and try sell it. That's what this looks like. Sue RWA AI Solana. This looks like a fucking scam, bro. When I see just a bunch of buzzwords combined together, it just looks like a scam to me, bro. But keep your eyes on the Alex Becker video, bro. You guys can make quick little trades on that. If you just anything he basically if he talks about a new project, we all know he's going to talk about Pinlink. If he talks about any other RWA projects, it's very very likely it's going to rally because he can move markets. And when he talks about a new project that he hasn't spoken about before, it most likely will move. Connected AI agents with a 7-point industry. Yeah, this just looks like a fucking born on design for multi-chain diverse AI agents. Bro, this is just scam, bro. I guarantee there's no docs team behind it, no real product. Join the wait list. I don't even want to join the wait list, bro, because it doesn't have a product. The wait list could be going on for another cycle, bro. I don't like this project, my friend. It's just a scam. When I see stuff like this, when they start having all these buzzwords put together, fucking Stewie, RWA, Solana, it's just like you're just trying to grab money quickly and then get the fuck out. That's what this project is. I'm bullish. I am always bullish, bro. Merkel, you're good. Merkel, how are you, bro? If the market continues like this and Fed doesn't do QE, we'll probably see if BTC drop to 0.222 would be tough scenario for odds. I don't really think that's the case, my friend. I don't really think that's the case. QE isn't the only factor that makes the market pump, my friend. Because if that was the case, then we would have not had that little mini alt season in 2023 and early 2024. It doesn't always need QE. Otherwise, for the last 2-3 years, we would have not just done shit. We would have just been consolidating with little pumps here and there. That's it. But we had a very good rally in 2023. The same thing could literally happen again with the reserves. So, I think more and more retail will start to flock in soon. I do think they are going to start easing at some point. Even if they don't start QE and start printing, they will stop taking, even if they do something as little as stop taking assets off their balance sheet. That's all they need to do. That's a good indication for they are switching, away from QT. So they don't need to add to their balance sheet. But even if they stop taking away from their balance sheet, that's a good enough indication for the market to flip bullish on Ethereum. But I don't really see Ethereum dropping any lower than this, ball, because when you got people like, BlackRock accumulating Ethereum, when you got people like Trump putting half of his net worth into Ethereum, well, not half, but let's say like a quarter of his net worth into Ethereum, 250 million approximately. I just don't see that happening, my friend. I think something big will happen for ETH. And Ethereum's starting to update now. I think they're starting to realize if we don't do something now, we're going to get fucked. And, I think what's happening with Ethereum is I think they are secretly accumulating large amounts of Ethereum. They're keeping the price suppressed because people always say, oh, Donald Trump has got 200 million Ethereum. Why isn't the price moving? Well, because fucking Donald Trump's not a retard like the people that market buy. They're not retarded. They just put limit orders. They make you sell. They make you think Ethereum's dead and they buy your bags off you. And then they're going to send the price higher after they finish accumulating. And the retards that sold will FOMO back in and pump their bags and they're going to dump on you. That's what they do. I always hear people say, oh, yeah, BlackRock accumulates 300 million. Why is the price going down? Yeah, because they don't fucking market buy, do they? They limit buy. For all you market buyers, bro. That's why the price doesn't go up, because they don't fucking spam market buys. You can't market buy 600 million, can you? What do I think about Blast update? I haven't even been following Blast, but I think Blast is not bad though. Blast is one of those staking pools for Ethereum. So, like I said, when Ethereum takes off, and I think I'm pretty sure this is a layer 2 to Ethereum as well, earn 58% APY on USD. That's crazy. That's fucking a lot of APY. From my memory, anything that offers this much APY is fucking scammy, bro. Yeah, here's the layer 2 to ETH. Okay, so after emerge provides 4% yield on ETH. On T-bill protocol provides 5% on stablecoins. If the user does not match or beat these rates, they're losing money to form of inflation. That is true. L2s today do not have this yield. Incorporating stablecoins requires. Okay. Let me check the new updates. What is the new update, my friend? We can have a look at it. What is this? We're combining RK Research, Blast Foundation operates into the single streamlined structure by what the fuck is this? Blast is made in the US. We're supporting. Okay, so that's the update. 50% APY in USD. That's the update. That's pretty good actually. But I did tell you guys when a project offers this much APY, it is quite scammy in my opinion. Now, obviously, this yield won't last forever. The more people stake, the lower the APY is going to become. So, and I don't know how much it's locked up for, but this is not a bad figure though. Try turn 1 ETH into 10 ETH. I think Blast will do well at some point though. I do genuinely think Blast will do well at some point. I think Blast is actually a good project. It just needs that Ethereum push. That's all it needs. It hasn't really got listed on any tier ones apart from Coinbase, it seems. And Crypto.com as well, actually. Has not had that Binance listing yet. But Blast is good overall though. You can always keep your coins for you, stay away from leverage. Yeah, I don't really play with leverage, to be honest. Is AI Tech, Snift, and Props American-based project? No, they're not, my friend. AI Tech is somewhere involved. I think in Dubai actually. Snift is, I think it's China or some shit, and Prop Base is somewhere in Singapore. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't know where Prop Base is based. I think it's somewhere in Asia. Yeah, I think it might be Singapore. Yeah, BOJ didn't really do nothing because it's already priced in. My membership group is closed, buddy. There's probably like over 200 people now in the waiting list. I'm riding out Tectum at least until mainnet is up and running. Yeah, I think that's probably the smartest thing to do is just wait for the mainnet on Tectum. And if it works fine, then you might as well just keep your tokens, bro. At some point, it will rally back up. And I just shown you a clear example of why Tectum is dumping. It's not specifically to do with Tectum. It's just the entire layer 1 narrative is just fucking dying. I just showed you like 100 other layer 1s, and 90%, 95% of them were dumping on average at least 15%, 10 to 15% minimum. And that's the high caps. Tectum's like $30 million of market cap. So you can't expect that's always going to get hit harder than the other ones. But yeah, as long as their mainnet works, I will most likely accumulate more Tectum because eventually they are going to have different projects building on them, and once they have a little ecosystem, it's going to get more bullish for Tectum. That's all we need. Am I bullish on Rune? I am bullish on Rune. Yes, I think Rune will come back at some point. I have 2K to invest. Can I go 1K, 500 or 500 sniff? Would you? I think that's not a bad portfolio actually. You got Deepin, you got Alt, which is AI, decentralized AI, and you got Snift, which is like AI gaming. I think that's pretty good. You need to maybe don't buy Snift. Go buy an RWA project like Propbase or something. I think OGPU is a scam, my friend. If you look at over here, OGPU for me is scammy, bro. It's just my personal opinion. I'm not a fan. I don't know if he's on here, but I don't really like OGPU, bro. And this is, this is why OGPU dumped, and a lot of the community members kind of lost that the bullish sentiment they had with it. Number one, they said they got a tier 1 listing, right? There was actually one guy in my group who was so adamant, it's going to be Binance, it's going to be Coinbase, it's going to be thingy. I was like, bro, are you stupid or something? Like, are you actually stupid? Because at that point, the volume was 500K. Now it's 200K, right? So when you look at this project and they say tier one listing, and then they come out and it's fucking gay IO, you just lose that sentiment, that that the trust with the community. No one gives a shit that you're fucking audited by CertiK. That don't mean shit. What does that even mean? There's hundreds of thousands of projects that's audited by CertiK, and that's rug pulled. So being audited by CertiK don't mean nothing, because you can always go in the background and change the contract yourself. They check the initial contract, and obviously they're not going to fuck up the contract initially, but they can always tweak it around in the end. So a lot of projects that's audited by CertiK rug anyways, so it doesn't mean nothing anyways, in my opinion. And and then when they do stuff like that, and then you see, and you talk about tier one listing and it's fucking gay IO, which is like a tier 3 exchange, it just makes you look retarded as a team, because that's not a tier 1 listing, is it? And another thing is, just look at the fucking trading volume, bro. The trading volume is terrible. There's no interest in the project. There's 200K trading volume, which is fuck all, bro. You look at Munity. Munity is literally 30 times lower in market cap, and it has more trading volume than OGPU. And gaming is the deadest narrative so far, and this still has more volume than OGPU, which is not a good look in my opinion. If you look at gaming category, is literally is been the worst performing asset class category in the entire crypto space. Gaming is completely dead, my friend. So when people say, oh, OTK is dead or blah 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 blah, it doesn't mean that OTK is dead. It's just the narrative is dead. I can show you the gaming narrative. Well, let me just show people, because there's always retards that say, oh, why you shitting OTK? OTK is dead. It's like, motherfucker, it's not OTK that's dead. The whole fucking category is dead. Gaming, where's gaming, bro? Gaming blockchain. Let's go on gaming blockchain. Okay. Beam, the most bullish gaming project in the space, in my opinion, is down 23%. It's crazy. Prime, very bullish project, down 24%. Engine down 27%. Just let's go down the list. I'm not seeing no fucking greens on here for the past 7 days. It's just the entire narrative is dead. This is something that a lot of people don't realize, and they look at one coin, they don't realize the entire fucking narrative is dead. So you can't expect one coin to just outperform the entire category when the best projects in that category are not doing well themselves. So let's go play to earn. Actually, I think that's a big one. Play to earn category. Yeah, play to earn. Let's look at these ones, right? These are the top gaming projects. Gala down 17%. Flocky is a gaming project, down 22%. Sandbox 14%. Notcoin, Ronin, which is I think the most TV out in gaming, down 8%. Illuvium 18%. Zentree 18%. YGG 24%. Like, just the majority of gaming projects are just down. MetaK 25%. Naka 21%. GFAO 12%. Majority of the gaming projects, there's always going to be a few as pumps, but the majority of the gaming sector is in red. So I don't understand what you expect from gaming projects at the moment when the entire sector is dead. Either you hold your tokens and you ride it out till gaming pumps, which it will pump at some point. Gaming always pumps. Or you just move into something else. But at the moment, nothing is moving apart from a few meme coins. That's it. And they pump for like a day and then rug the next day. So, and how likely out of the fucking 100 meme coins on Dex Screener, how likely is it that you're going to pick the one that goes on to do a decent amount of numbers? Very, very unlikely. If memes are back, do you expect Binance listing for Maneki and other memes, or only AI now? I think at the moment, Binance is only listing AI projects. That's what they're doing, and a few memes. But those are the established memes, bro. What is the low cap AI infrastructure? If you want an AI infrastructure, look for Alt, my friend. I think Alt will be the complete AI project. And the reason I say this is because Alt has storage, which the BNB chain uses. So their storage clearly works fine. They have AI. They have the AI agents, which is being used by DAO Lenovo. And then they have, the data hub, which they basically use to train the AI. They collect whatever data they use, they train AI, which is quite good. And then eventually they're going to have the Alt compute, which is going to be the deep inside. So they're going to have their own deep inside as well. And when you put all of that together, you become the ideal decentralized AI platform. If you look at other projects, they have one aspect and they outsource the majority of other things. So one project will have the AI side, and then they will go and partner with some computing project to provide them the GPU. But all will have all the categories to be the complete decentralized AI platform. And then they just upgraded their layer one, so they're going to fix some bugs on the layer one. Whatever issues they have, I don't think they're having issues, but they're just upgrading the layer one. Eventually, they are going to be giving out 1 million in grant to develop on their layer one. So they're going to have an ecosystem as well, my friend. So there's going to be a bunch of different layer ones and AI projects building on Alt. There's already quite a few projects built on Alt, but there's going to be more and more eventually, and they're going to have an ecosystem. This is if we was to go into the bear market tomorrow, all my projects, Alt would be the only one I would continue to hold throughout the bear market, because I know it won't work. Out of the majority, out of all the projects, I think Alt is the one that I would definitely hold throughout the bear market. If we was to go into a bear market tomorrow, which obviously not going to happen, but let's say we do, Alt would be the one I'm most confident in, because it's a legit business. All these AI agents that's coming out now, you can go make 100x when they pull the liquidity in the bull run. You've made fuck all. Realistically, at least I know, even if Alt makes a 20x, 15x, 10x, I can pull my liquidity. I can pull my money out safely. You can go and buy some degen fucking AI coin that does 100x, and then pull the liquidity. You just made fuck all, because you won't be able to get your money out. That's how it works, my friend. So you have to be very careful what you buy and hold. And especially now when there's a new coin launching every day, you have to be very, very careful. What's happening with based AI? AJ, good to see you, my friend. Perfect explanation. Oh yeah, I mean that's basically what's happening. What's happening with based AI? Nothing's happening with based AI, my friend. I think the entire sector is dumping. Based AI is actually up 10% today, and all it's doing is just putting a double bottom. That's it. Okay, the bottom was over here around two something, and it looks like it's just putting a lower high, double bottom and bounce. So it came into the range where it was good to DCA, and now it's had a little bounce. Nothing wrong with this project. When the market flips bullish, it always pumps. But one thing I would say, that kind of, I think we're living in an attention economy, and in order for you to have that, continuous momentum, you either need every single YouTuber to continuously talk about you, or you need to have back-to-back updates, continuously. And what based AI does, in my opinion, what they do wrong, in my opinion, is they make a very bullish announcement and then they disappear, right? So they do something very, very bullish. For example, when they released that they have like 4 data hubs or some shit in 4 different countries. I don't know where it is, but I think it was sometime in December, from what my memories. They released some bullish news. It pumped aggressively, and then they didn't keep the momentum going. And obviously, what happened? People just took profits and it dumped back down. As simple as that. And they don't really post much. They post once in a blue moon. So the last time they posted something was on the 16th of Jan. So when it dumps, everyone panic sells. When it pumps, everyone FOMOs in. That's how it is. And that's how the market is at the moment. It's like the traders market right now. If you're trading, it could work out for you. If you're just trading coins, when everything pumps, you take a little bit of profits. That's what I'm going to be doing from now on, I think. I'm going to be trading, bro. But there's nothing wrong with based AI, bro. Just that it's dumping, and it just it's normal. Everything's dumping right now. The whole market is dumping, and one of the main reasons the market is dumping is because dominance is fucking high. This is very high. This is near the all-time highs. So you can't expect these altcoins to be performing the best in the world when dominance is fucking dying. Real's doing very well. It's up 8% today. Probably a bit more. But yeah. I mean, look at Mavia. One of the most hyped gaming projects in the space. And it's just put in a new low just a few days ago, just yesterday. So, like I said, gaming is dead. Majority of this narrative is dead. And all of these narratives are fighting for liquidity, and only a few can win. At the moment, because of the Trump, meme coin, the meme coin started pumping again. And that's, taking some liquidity from everything else. That's all it is. It's not anything else. It's not that these coins are dog shit. Not these coins are scams. It's none of that. All it is the only a few places can have the liquidity. Only a few chains can have the liquidity. Most of the liquidity now is on Solana and on meme coins. That's it. Eventually, it will shift to something else. Just like it shifted to AI a few months ago, and all our AI coins pumped aggressively. Sensei 12x or 4x. Fucking Nuclei did like a 5x. That's what happens. AGI pumped like 3-4x. AI Tech did fuck all. But yeah. Sui is on Mexi Cetus Radium. Nah, bro, Sui AI is dog shit, bro. Sui RWA just it's just like fucking Sui AI agents, like the fucking biggest scam in the world, bro. Like you either retarded to buy that shit, long term, or you just trade it, bro. Like, why would you buy something that's just using, buzzwords together to make you buy, and then it just gets sold off by either the team or early investors? Because the team's not doxed. So who are you holding reliable when you rug pulls? No one. Is there any news for Chirp? Are you still bullish on Chirp? We should reduce some of our bags after a little pump. What are your views on Chirp? First of all, my friend, when I made that Chirply video, I said is degen should be a tiny percentage of your portfolio. And this is what pisses me off, bro. Because people will, they will look at something and I tell them, oh, it's bullish, it's blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's bullish. But I said, make it a small percentage of your portfolio because it's degen. Simple as that. It'll go up 3-4x and it'll go down, fucking back down to the previous lows, just like it's done now. So you put it a small percentage of your portfolio where it doesn't affect you if it goes up and down. That's what degen projects do, my friend. And Chirply hasn't done anything out of the ordinary. All it's done is it's come down to the previous lows, just like a majority of other projects have. It's nothing out of the ordinary with Chirply. Most projects pumped in December, and most projects dumped back down to the previous lows. A majority of projects done that because Chirply pumped, I don't know, like fucking 4x from these regions. If you got it from here, you would have basically made like a 7-8x. But if you got in here, where let's say you got in here, right? It pumped to almost 2 cents, which is good. It moves in the market, and it's on C now. It's partnered with C, Bullish, and they haven't released any of their news yet. And Chirply literally like a day ago just pumped randomly to like 0.09. Some whale market sold market bought because the app now is live and you can use it. So they are still working, and that's all that matters. Look, coming soon. Chirply app is coming soon. That's massive, right? So for such a low cap project, it's still continuing to work. I think it has good marketing because this is what they do. They release partnerships every other day. They've kind of stopped it now because the market got a bit dead, which is smart. You don't want to do it when the market is dead because it goes unnoticed. But when the market flips bullish, I guarantee you that you're just going to be spamming partnerships. We're thrilled to welcome blah 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 and daily tasks. They have hundreds of these, whatever the fuck this is. Whatever projects these are, they have hundreds of these. Plus Sony, plus music, Warner Music is a very good low cap project. But because it's low cap, don't expect it to fucking hold up, when virtual, a high cap in the billions going down 50% from the all-time highs. You can't expect Chirply to do the exact same thing as virtual. You'll go down way more. That's all it is, my friend, and I am still bullish on Chirply, yes. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Would you finish DCA in these lows? I will not. I never, and I tell you guys this 100 times. I never go in the markets 100% ever, because you just don't know what's going to happen in this uncertain market. Never ever go in 100% in the markets, because you become very emotional when your portfolio goes up like 50, 60K in like a month, and then it comes down and you break even again. You become emotional, especially if you're in the markets 100%. Happens to a lot of people, I guarantee. I've seen it. I speak to a lot of people in my group, and I see it on the daily. They go into the markets 100%, and when the market dumps, they become emotional because they don't have money on the side to take advantage of the dump. It's as simple as that. That's why you should never go in the 100% in the markets, because when it dumps and you have good opportunities, you miss them if you're just in the markets. But it's always good to have cash on the side, my friend. So no, I'm not finishing DCA. I've never been in the markets 100%. As long as, I'm happy with my position, it doesn't matter. If it goes down lower, I always have cash on the side to take advantage of those, those moments where, we don't even know what could happen. Some black swan could hit out of nowhere and you got no cash. You're going to be sitting there missing out the opportunities. So it's always good to have cash on the side. And I keep saying this and no one listens. They'll be like, oh, I've run out of USDT. And one thing you guys should never do is fucking bulk buy. Do not bulk buy, bro. If some YouTuber tells you to buy some coin, just DCA a tiny bit, and you don't have to buy your whole position. Just DCA some in. And because yes, they might pump, but at least you got exposure if it goes up. But then if you don't bulk buy, when it goes down, you have exposure to buy again. So for example, if you bought Chirply, I think I gave Chirply around like 1 cent or some shit. It pumped to 2 cents. So the people that got in, yeah, you made a decent amount of money. It's a trade, degen trade. I didn't really book profits because I didn't expect the market to fucking dump this much. But I don't care because I have conviction in Chirply. Buy a small amount, do your research, build your conviction. And if you don't have that conviction, you're going to pussy out and sell, when it dumps like this. That's all it is. Just have that conviction. And once you've had that conviction, then buy your own will. Don't blame anyone else for buying you. I'm just, for example, if a YouTuber tells you to buy a coin and you just blindly buy and it rugs the next day, don't blame the YouTuber, blame yourself. You are the investor. It's your hard-earned money. Do your research. If you like the project, buy it. If you don't, skip it. As simple as that. But you have to have your own conviction in these projects. Otherwise, you're going to be bitching when the price goes down. If you don't have that conviction, don't buy it. That's when you become emotional and you start making stupid decisions. And I see it every single day. Like, the price going down. Are you still bullish on this? Are you still bullish on this? Yes, I'm fucking bullish on them, bro. I'm not. Why would I keep talking about them every other day if I'm not bullish on them? You know what I'm saying? So as long as it's on this list, I will stay bullish on them. And as long as dominance is this high, I don't like judging any project when dominance is this high, because none of these coins have really experienced anything close to an alt season. So in reality, you can't say what project is good or not. Yes, we kind of experienced it in the previous pump. Some projects done very well. Majority of our projects done very well. There was, some projects didn't pump. For example, AI Tech didn't do shit. But AI Tech becomes very bullish in after February, because the unlocks go from 160K down to 40K. The selling pressure massively reduces. So, you are going to have another month of accumulating AI Tech before it starts moving aggressively, because, AI Tech is one of those projects that consistently, that builds, that consistently markets, because they're very well funded. So after the selling pressure reduces and it goes to 40K, And you know, they're getting listed on Binance, BNB chain, they're partnering with BNB chain, stuff like this, XBNB, whatever that is. I don't know what that means. They consistently do like trading pools with all these different exchanges, and they're building new stuff. They have very good engagement. You know, look at this, 38k views, almost 300 reposts. That's very good engagement. It means a lot of people are still bullish on the project and they're still holding. And one of the main reasons AI Tech has not gone anywhere is mainly because of the vesting schedule. It's quite harsh until February. So the price has not gone anywhere. But after the vesting schedule was done and the selling pressure reduces, the buyers are going to outweigh the sellers and it is going to move. And Deepin has not gone anywhere in reality either. It's like people don't realize, only because we have so many coins, crypto now works in narratives. So you can't have the entire market pumping at once. What happens is the market makers move from one place to the next place to the next place. Because like I said, every chain, every narrative is fighting for liquidity. Eventually, when you know memes pump for like a couple of months, people get bored of them. So they move to something else. They move to AI. AI pumps a month or something, month and a half. People get bored of AI. Then they move to RWA. And then the RWA pumps, and it just goes on till everything is done and the market's done, and we start all over again. That's all it is. That's how crypto works now, because we have too many coins. Yo, shit, my friend. Good to see you, buddy. Is there hope for Deep South AI? We can have a look, my friend, if there's any hope for this project. One of the things you should look for if the project is still okay. So first of all, this has very dog shit trading volume. So that's not a good look. Let's go on the Twitter. They stopped. Okay, they haven't released. We're thrilled to announce that the extensive development, blah, 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 testing for officially go live this Wednesday. The bot will be available exclusively Telegram group. That's just terrible, bro. Having a bot for a Telegram group is just fucking awful. It's too easy to do that now. So they are still building partnerships, so it's not really dead in that sense. Now let's have a look at what the shit is first of all, bro. I want to see what the shit is. I think I've looked into this before, to be honest with you. Oh, is this project? I'm not a fan of this, bro. I'm not a fan of this. I don't know if the app is working. Let me see. Oh, you gotta sign up. I haven't tried the app, but I'm not a fan of this, bro. It will pump at some point when AI pumps all over. But I'm not really a fan of this project, bro. There's no docs team behind it, so you know. Yeah, if you haven't filled your old bag, then yes, I would say now is a good time. Did I see Vido? What the fuck is that? Let's have a look. Vido. It's a crazy name though. No lie. Oh, Vitor. Damn, it took a hit. Oh shit. What happened to this? Damn. Like a 3x pump for a high cap. It's pretty decent for a mid cap. What happened to this? There's some bullish news come out. Some market manipulation. Witness the power of collective action crystallized in a form of digital assets. Testament 3.2 million action proof powers. Distant dream, but 3.2. Damn. Okay. Okay, this is pretty good actually. I'll see why it pumps. Yeah, nice. It's a massive. What the fuck? That's kind of crazy. With Trump AI program, I guess our AI coins or Sensei Chirp, Nye, AI Tech, we'll see good pumps. 20. I think so. Yeah, I think all of them will see good pumps. I mean, like I said, when the market flipped bullish, every single one of them pumped. Every single one of them, and that's a good indication. You know, when the market really gets into old season, then those will continue to pump. Guy Becker's video's title is in March 2024. Guy's a clown. The fuck? Has he dropped the video? Probably no real alt season before increasing unemployment and deflation on the horizon. When QE starts, money flows into risk assets. I mean, you say that, but we don't really need QE technically to have like a mini alt season. And I explained that very earlier in the stream. I will. Kip Nye or best AI projects to have in a portfolio. I agree with you. I think Kip is fundamentally a good project overall. If you don't have any nuclei, I would say now is a good time. Yes, my friend. It's come down quite a lot. It's actually a lower. It's at a decent discount right now. 58, yeah, $20 million in market cap. Volume's quite low because it's on one exchange apparently. But overall, I think nuclei will do very well. Do very well. And before someone says, "Oh, it's got a mint function," blah 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 blah. Yes, it has a mint function because it's on two chains. So when you swap one chain to other, you have to mint on the other chain. That's how the mint function works. If you're on one chain and you have a mint function, then there's a red flag. South is not an interesting project, but I appreciate the two CHF whoever consider as well. What's your strategy on tech bag? Sell your after possible pump on the launch of the mainnet, schedule for Q1 probably until. But I will hold it for another couple of months, and if it doesn't do nothing, I'll just sell it and just put it into something else. Probably. But I will hold it for another couple of months. And I just showed you the entire layer one narrative is dead. So when it wakes up, if I see layer ones pumping and I don't see tech pumping, then that is something that I would potentially move my money to something else. I just discovered US can devalue the dollar by raising statutory price of gold so they can raise debt from the Fed and buy assets like BTC. This is Senator Luna's idea for BSR. That's what they're going to do, apparently. That's what I heard they're going to do. They're going to sell some gold into BTC. So instead of printing more money to buy more BTC, I think they're going to sell some of their stock gold pile to buy BTC. And that's what they want to do. They want to devalue the dollar. They don't want the dollar too strong because, and another good thing is dollar is dumping. And one of the main reasons the dollar is dumping is because the BOJ raised their rates. And when they do that, people lock in the yield. As you guys can see, the 10-year, a lot of people did, people are starting to buy the yields again. Where the fuck is the 10-year gone? There he is. It's almost at 5%, almost 4.8, and people locked in the yield, and is kind of rallying back up. But I think the 10-year will start to come back down again slowly. But the dollar is going down, which is good for Bitcoin. We don't want to have a very strong dollar. We don't want to do that. It opens. I think the Japanese yen will probably head back a bit higher. Let's see. I don't know about 10x, my friend. Modi sitting at 100 with 25. Yo, that's funny, that is. You know what? I don't know about 10x though, but it will do like a 4 or 5x. It's not going to do a 10x. 10x is a bit too much. We don't have the same amount of, if it was like a full-blown alt season, then yes, but, without QE, it's not going to do a 10x. Some say 1 million, others say 600k. Either way is looking good, but yes, would it be better if it was really 600k? I think the real market cap for Munity is about 1 million. So maybe lower now. Let's see what rank is saying. I'm seeing like this is rough. It doesn't really matter if it's 600k or 1 million. It's still fucking low, bro. It's saying 300k here. I don't really believe that. I think 300k is too low because there is unlocks. I think it's like 1 million or 600k. Yeah, it's 1 million. It's 1 million, my friend. That's what it is. According to this, is 1 million. What's this saying? Yeah, I would say it's 1 million, in my opinion. But one of the best things about Munity is Crypto Banter. One of the guys from Crypto Banter, he actually talks about Munity quite a lot. So when gaming comes back and he talks about it, he's like the fucking biggest second or third biggest channel on crypto. And that guy does like Munity. So, and now that Munity is on base, I think that's a very good I think that's a very good update from Unity, and I think they got one more exchange this thing coming very soon, and are most likely going to be BitGet. That's all the tier 3 exchanges. Is already on Base, on Uniswap. Just overall, they continuously work. They develop. They very active on social media, on Twitter. This is a very good project overall for a low cap gaming project. That there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it at all. It's on Beam, which is bullish. So like I said, you don't want to be buying Beam itself. Go buy something on his ecosystem. Beam's not going to give you the crazy life changing money. Something like Unity will. This Lumia RWA, I believe, is the former. Or is it? Okay, that makes sense. Orion Protocol, I remember that. I think Alt is going to release an AI agent launchpad. That's what they're going to do, like AI meme, like type of like. Let me see. Because I've seen a thing you talk about in Max Lee. Go on, Max Lee, bro. Big Max Lee. How the fuck did this guy only have 500 followers? I got more followers than him, bro. It's fucking lacking. Oh, there you go. Look. So AI agents excel at efficiency, data, collecting data from users. Should all embrace AI agent memes. One click, launch your personal AI agents with a meme in Data Hub. That's massive. That brings a lot of utility to the Data Hub, and people can use it. So, and 91% said yes. So that's going to be an update coming very soon, which I think is going to be quite good for Alt. It just brings more attention to Alt. Why not? So I've been asked, but why does the market not react to the BOJ? Because it was already priced in, my friend. It's already priced in. 90% of the market already expected the BOJ to raise. So it's not going to do much. SLF. All right, guys. I think I'm going to get off in the next couple of minutes, bro. Let's have a look at this. It's another layer one that's dumping. It's not specifically one project, but it is layer ones are struggling at the moment. An intent-centric access layer, self-chain is a first modular intent layer one blockchain. So keyless wallet infrastructure. Okay, I've seen quite a few of these. Use LLMs to decode user intent and search for optimal path. This looks pretty good, to be honest. I use 3,000 USD to buy the most if possible. So they're gonna. That's actually quite good. Actually, I like this. Decompose necessary transactions, share transaction with specialized solvers, find the most efficient path to execute. If they have a working product, this can do very well, to be honest. If it's just a concept, then fuck that. Rebranding, what were they called before? Self-train community, vote the voice users. Okay, so rebranding from Frontier. So they were called Frontier to Self-chain. I'll have to look into this a bit further. So it's like a layer one, and he's also using AI as well. So DApp layer, intent searcher, and intent solver. Asset dApps can put seamless interoperability, NFTs, DeFi, social games, 100 plus chains compatible. Okay. Any gas fees? Yeah, this is pretty good overall, to be honest with you. I like this. Not a bad project at all, my friend. Where is the docs team? That's the only thing. Yeah, Nazi, this is a overall decent project, I would say. Not gonna lie. And let this calm down a bit more, bro. It's not a bad project at all. I like the use case. I have to try out the app because if it actually works, then people will utilize this. And I will have to look at the token utility as well. But not a good shout though. Let me add this to my watch list. SLF. Add that to my watch list and I'll have a look into it a bit further. It's not bad though. Mugen, good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing fine today. Let's just skim over some of the questions. If I see any good ones, I answer. Liquidity have been increasing. Where some low cap ecosystem, which ones? Oh, yeah, Hyperliquid. If you can find something in the ecosystem, it will do well. Mentioning the would be break at the Fed. Benjamin mentions something in the economy would need to break for the Fed to implement QE. Aside from increase in unemployment, what do you think could trigger QE? I would say some sort of banking crisis, maybe one of the bank collapses, the housing market collapsing. You would need something on that caliber for QE to come. Like I said, we don't really need QE for the switch because there's already plenty of money and liquidity in the markets. It's not a lot of liquidity, but there's plenty of money coming into the market. So, in reality, I would say what we would need is just from the Fed to stop taking stuff off their balance sheet. That's it. Even if they stop QT, they don't even have to go into QE. That alone is a good trigger point for alt season to start, I would say. Because then Ethereum looks a bit more interesting at that point. Bro said, what the fuck? Oh, that's funny, that is. What about not on Soul Chain currently 2 million? If I buy a coin 10 million market cap, sold a part at 200 million, does that mean I want to sell it remaining? Do your coins start counting 200 million market cap and not 2 million? What? If I buy a coin at 10 million market cap and sold part of it at 200 million market cap, does it mean that I want to sell the remaining? The coin would start counting from 2 million. But I don't even know what the fuck that means, but no, you don't count it from 200 million, bro. Tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna come out tomorrow. It's gonna be the AI agent tier list, or maybe AI. I'm gonna mix both of them, AI agent and maybe DeFi AI. It depending on how good the list is. If there's more DeFi, if there's a lot of DeFi AI in a category, I'll do that separately. But I will make an AI agent tier list tomorrow. If you were to choose only one, would you rather put your money into Community than OTK? OTK is more established, has better backers. Well, not really better backers, but it's backed by the Salon Foundation. And they've just partnered with PSG. So I think that in itself is quite massive for OTK. I would hold both, to be honest. I feel like once gaming wakes up, those two will do very well. Just like when gaming was, when the market got bullish in November, December, Munity did the 6x, OTK done like a 3x. So they do pump when the market gets bullish. So it's not like when the market got bullish, OTK just sat there and did nothing. They both pumped. OTK pumped to like 5 cents, which is like, it was like a 3x, over 3x, maybe 3.5. Munity pumped to like almost 3 cents, which is very good. So both of them move when the market gets bullish. When Sandbox and Mana and all these shitcoins were pumping, it triggered a tiny gaming run. And within that tiny gaming run, Munity, OTK, all these coins were flying. Bro, money just flows. It's just about market being primed. Natix is overall good, bro. The only bad thing about Natix is that 50% of the supply is held by early investors. Yeah, props is having a crazy. I'm just surprised. Like, I'm genuinely surprised how props is this low. I would say the only downside to prop base is the fact that it's on Aptos. That's it. That is literally the only red flag. But then to counter that, it's also on base now. So I just don't know why prop base is even this low. It doesn't make sense. Lithium seems to move together. Why is it still your hit? Honorable mention. Is it? Yeah, fuck lithium, bro. Lithium will pump, but I don't know. I think I added it because of Ross, to be honest with you. Ross is like a fucking lithium maxi, but it's not a bad lithium is not a bad project at all. But I don't like anything that relies on something to pump, bro. Disappointing AI coins nuking despite Trump announcing. It's not that AI coins are nuking, the whole market is being suppressed, my friend. That's all it is. Nothing's pumping. The hairstyle today is bullish, bro. Good to see you, Armzilla, bro. I need to ranch you up, Armzilla. I don't know how to do it on here. I need to ranch you up. I'm gonna ranch you up soon, bro. I'll probably do after this live stream. Thank you. I'm actually very bullish on share community. Both should do very well. I just wanted to confirm hence why views. Yeah, no problem. I think both of those will do well. It's just that they've held on the announcement, slowed it down just because of market sentiment. It will just go to waste, which is quite smart, I think. What about using BTC for USDT pot, bro? It's not a bad idea, you know. I think accumulating USD, we might never see Bitcoin below like 50, 60K ever again, possibly, depending on how much it pumps in the next couple of months. Just watch the video back. I explained very, very thoroughly about the crypto ban, I think. It's not technically wrong, though. It's not technically wrong. Because when people talk about alt season, they expect the 2022 alt season, 2020 alt season, which is 2020, 2021 alt season, which is not going to happen, bro. But you still can have a decent run, bro. The fucking bots are back at it, bro. Anyways, I think that's through everyone. That's literally everyone. But I had a lithium on there because of US. Nah, like I said, the lithium is still a good project, bro. It's just that layer ones are dead, but I would say if lithium has held up a lot better than some of these other coins, to be honest with you. But bro, this just done too many X's for me to like it. So if it came back down to these regions, I would definitely buy a lithium, bro. Very unlikely though. What about the new DEX on base Trumbo swap up in 4 days? To be honest, you could probably buy that, you know. It probably will do well. Crypto Megas tweeted about NFNT. I don't know who the fuck that is, but let's have a look at this. This is fucking degen as fuck, bro. What the fuck is this? It's tweeted about it. I guarantee you bought here. Probably got like the private community, whatever, the fucking Telegram group to pump it. So look. What is this, bro? Changing the way you create AI. Change the way you create AI, generate image, generate video, generate music, text speech. But this shit is fucking ass, bro. This is fucking terrible, man. I hate projects like this. First of all, this is going to be the biggest pump and dump ever, right? Because these type of projects come out, these guys share it pumps a little bit, and you guys think it's pumping because it's a good project. It's not because of that, my friend. It's because they tweet it, their followers buy, or their private group buy, or some their Telegram group buys, whatever the fuck it is. They buy, they pump up, and people like you think is a good project. So you FOMO in. When you FOMO in, they dump on you. You become exit liquidity. Just like Crypto Gains, he makes his private community pump the project up. Then he makes a video on it. And as soon as the video is out, an hour later, everything's dumping 80, 90%. Just like this. Look, I'll show you a prime example. You become exit liquidity, and they hype up the coin like it's the best coin in the world. In reality, it's just very low in liquidity. I could do this every day, bro. Like in my group, I have a lot of buying power. I can just go find some fucking 400K coin and then get my private group to do a buy on it. They'll pump it like 3-4x in like 5 minutes. And then I'll come out and make a video, and make you guys fucking buy while I dump on you. It's like, bro, that's what these fuckers do. It's not ethical, bro. It's not. I just think, and then you could go in the comment section. Just go look at the comment section. You'll see that a majority of the people be like, oh, why is as soon as you made the video, it dumped 90%. So you drop the video here, you become the exit liquidity. You buy. They sell. And because they bought down here and you're buying for like $200 here, it goes down 90%. And you're just thinking, why the fuck did I buy this? And it's just the cycle repeats again and again. That's all it is. It's not like because these guys find the gems. Bro, if Gaines was to buy this project, alone without his private group, this shit would have just done nothing. But because his private group's pumping it, and then it makes the video, and then you guys become the exit liquidity. It's just a weird way to do it. Any YouTuber can do it, bro. Any YouTuber with a private group can do what these guys do. It's not hard. You just make 300 people buy. Let's say they even put a grand each. That's 300K. And most of these coins have like 100K liquidity, 200K liquidity. They fucking eat a grand pumps it 5%. Some people go buy 5 grand, it pumps 10%. It's not hard, bro, and it's just scammy because this shit is just terrible, bro. But it's the same concept with this NFT shit, bro. Whatever the fuck this shit is. He's posted about it. It's gonna come down here, and maybe eventually it will pump again, maybe. But don't buy up here or here. Wait for it to go down a bit. When they tweet it, they're ready to sell. That's all it is. Anyways, guys, appreciate you guys for coming down. Drop a like on your way out. Let's hope. Let's get to at least 100 likes, bro. Last time I come on a live, I didn't even get 100 likes. I was pissed off. But today, let's at least get 100 likes. In fact, Lithium's building a lot of DEXs, launchpads, and memes, building unlike Casper. I agree with you, bro. I like Lithium. I just don't like Casper, bro. Lithium is actually Lithium's actually working. I was looking at the Twitter. They are building, bro. I don't know why it's associated with Casper though. It's weird. But Lithium is an overall good layer one, bro. I'll be honest. And it's held up a lot better than a lot of the other layer ones. That's facts. I'll just add it back, bro. I'm not bearish on the Lithium at all. I think overall it will do well. Anyways, guys, have a lovely weekend. I will be dropping the tier list tomorrow. I will make that possibly after this live stream, and once it's made, I will post it tomorrow for you guys. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Yo, chill, bro.